to you. This is where I can tag friends, but I'm not doing that. I'm gonna head on down the line. It's time to make the donuts, and I might get there on time if I go ahead and get on down the road. He's on down the road. So I hope this is going to be a good car chat this morning. The word this morning is expectations. Yeah. Expectations. Expectations. When you go into a place of business for a particular service, don't you expect the people to do their job? At the very least, do the damn job. Isn't that a reasonable expectation? Is it unreasonable to expect a man to handle the majority of the financial burden? Burden, not the right word. Financial responsibility of a household. Is that unreasonable? Is that an unreasonable expectation? Is it an unreasonable expectation to expect a driver to respect the machine that it is using? Don't most people respect their instruments, their possibilities, their limitations? Is it unreasonable to expect a person to really understand that driving is not a game? It's serious business. People die in car accidents. Why? Not respecting the machine, not caring for it properly. Expectations, right? We have expectations. We have expectations. Guess what? Some would say other people, especially on other people's. You caught me. You caught me looking, trying to read the message. I'm in that dead spot. Anyway, expectations. So, I was saying that there are some who would say we should not have any type of expectation, especially, and I think I understand that. I think I understand that. If you start if you start a statement off with, let's say you're having a conversation with a boyfriend, and you start off the statement with, if you loved me, that is clearly an expectation coming after that. If you cared, if you whatever, you would do this, you would do that, you would. And that relates, now I'm thinking about what I talked about the other morning, and that is love languages. I recognize my love language. That traffic is moving slowly. Okay. If my love language is acts of service, and the person receiving the service doesn't recognize that as a love language, they're not going to understand it. If they don't speak the language, if they just have no knowledge of love languages, they're not going to receive it as what it is. Same with me. I really have to, stop and think about things, behaviors, as it relates to how I receive love. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you did not just do that. That's what you just did. Oh, my goodness. They avoided the traffic on and cut in. Asshole. Straight up asshole. Just a menace. Yes, I suffer with road rage, but nobody knows it but me. I'm in the car by myself. Or at least I used to be. Now y'all know. Yes, I get grossly irritated when I see people doing reckless things. Especially being as that I have these anxieties as I am going across these bridges. See, that's because I have an expectation. Right here, right now, you all see a prime example of what happens when people do not live up to one's expectation. We get grossly disappointed, frustrated, irritated. I'm coming over there, asshole. Just cause. Yeah, so I get irritated because my expectation is not being realized. Hello. That is what that happens in our lives over and over and over again. We expect fathers to act like fathers. We expect men to behave like men. We expect our sons to be a certain way. We expect our daughters to do certain things. We expect the preacher to do this, and we expect that the deacon won't do that, and just all these expectations on how other people ought to be, how other people ought to behave. Yeah. And then when they don't live up to our expectations, what do we do? How do we respond? How do we respond? Now that's the thing. How do we respond? Well, this is what I know. As a woman, because my feelings are all up in it, depending on the situation, I can respond all kinds of crazy. I can, because I'm learning to put up boundaries, and I'm learning how to not let people cross those boundaries, and if they do, correct them so that they don't do it again. The Bible tells me that I can go to a brother or sister in love and give them correction. And if they receive it, good. And if they don't, it's still good. But if they don't receive it and change, readjust, it is okay for you to walk away, withdraw. Nope, you can't do that. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a prime example of when it went well. Just hear what I'm saying. So, co-worker, love this co-worker, okay? Love this co-worker. And she loved me. She had made some spaghetti and left it in the refrigerator for me. It had my name on it. I saw it, but when I left for the evening, I forgot about it. So it was still there in the morning when she came in and saw it. Well, when I came in for, to start the work day, walked in the door, she was there, and she began to question me. And the questions came in rapid succession, one after the other. The tone sounded as though I was being chastised. And I didn't like it. The questions, like I said, came in rapid succession. So much so that I couldn't answer any of them. So I just sat down and I let her go. And when she finished, I don't even remember what I did or what I said. I don't. But I do remember getting her to herself and saying to her, love, there is no one on this earth who speaks to me that way. Nobody. My mama didn't talk to me that way. My mama, she's not here, but even when she was, she didn't talk to me that way. My daddy don't talk to me that way. There's nobody who talks to me that way. This was a habit for her. This is the way she spoke. This is the way she spoke with her family. I think I may have said a snide remark, not in this conversation, but before that, family member turn the earpiece down so that they don't have to hear that noise. That is noise to my ears. So I just asked her, please don't talk to me. Don't do that to me. And you know what, y'all? She received it in love, because it was given in love. And she never did it again. Never did it again. Now, I've had other situations that didn't go quite the way that, they should have, that I wanted them to, actually. And so in those situations, I've had to withdraw, back the hell up, and take myself out of the situation. That's just, but I had to get to this point. I had to live a little, learn a thing or two. But you don't have to. You don't have to wait. You can listen to what I'm saying and save yourself a whole lot of heartache as you begin to relinquish these expectations on how people ought to behave. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Because it's not going to work out well for you. You're going to be disappointed often. You're going to be disappointed often if you don't let go of these expectations. And I'm not saying that your expectations are unreasonable. They are reasonable expectations, but you still gotta let them go. You gotta let them go. You gotta let go of expectations of other people. People have free will. They can do as they please. We all have free will. We can all do as we please. Expectations. Okay. And you know what behavior, you know what is good for you. Other people's, now I'm talking they had expectations on how young people ought to behave, how a member of the church ought to behave, how to look, how to dress. Other people's expectations on us. Not boundaries. No, you don't get to, okay, you don't get to tell me how to be. You don't get to tell me how to be. How to be, I will learn. I will learn how to be when I need to learn it. Hindsight being 2020, yeah, I'll learn it. There's some things that I could have learned a little bit sooner, but that was my own self, personality, stubborn, ignorant, whatever. But you don't have the right to impose your expectations of me on me. I is free. I is free. And guess what? Those who have these expectations, they is free. Treat people the way you want to be treated. They's free. They free to do. May not be right. May not be right. Morally right. Right, but they're free to do it. Free to do it. Free to be whoever they are meant to be. And we cannot impose our expectations on them. Coming up in the church of God in Christ, I remember one of the leaders in the church came up to me one Sunday morning, and she had something to say about my makeup, my face. And I was a teenager. I was still at home with my mother. I came to church with my mother. I lived with my mother. My mother saw me. She didn't have a problem with how I looked. How dare you? The audacity to come and stand in my face and tell me about my makeup. My mama is in the church. She's right over there. She over there. The pretty one. The quiet one. The one who don't bother nobody. She over there. I didn't say any of that because that is not the kind of person that I was. Especially as a teenager. We don't talk like that to our elders. Oh, man. That is not how we talk to our elders. So, no, that's gotta go up. That's too much tremble. So, expectations. So yeah, I didn't say anything to her, but I did make eye contact. And I held my gaze. And it made her uncomfortable and she walked away. I've done that many times before. I was in the dollar store. Now I'm standing in line, and this is recently. We're within the Rona the Rona period. So I'm standing in line. There's a distance between me and the person in front of me. There's a distance between me and the person behind me. And this fella walks across me, which is fine. It almost looked like he was looking for something. But then he was in front of me, and he was in front of me for too long. So, I'm driving. Something just happened. That shit not happen. But it happened. And I'm gonna keep going. So he stood there just a wee bit too long. And then he was standing, he was crouching at first like he was looking for something. And I'm watching him. And then he stood up. And we were face to face. And I don't understand why any of this is happening, okay? Now we standing face to face. Okay. There is a car carrier in front of me. He was in the slow lane. People are coming on. We're in rush hour traffic. Not as bad as earlier today, but still rush hour traffic. He's in the slow lane. And every time he gets to an entrance, he comes over to the middle lane. But he's not staying in the middle lane. At some point, he comes back over to the slow lane. And then he's coming up. Twice I've seen this happen. He's come up on an entrance ramp, and he slows down, puts his signal on, and goes to the middle lane. Why won't he just stay in the middle lane until he needs to get over? He's full of cars. I'm scared to pass him, but I'm going to. I don't want to be nowhere near him no more. Right, I'm done. I expect the truck driver to know how to drive. I expect the truck driver to follow the rules of the road, the rules of his profession. He's driving a truck. Y'all know the truck. Y'all hear the story about the truck driver who got 110 years? Why? Because, well, first of all, he was on a mountain. Second, his brakes went out, so he's going downhill. But the problem is, he's passed several emergency ramps that he could have taken, but people were saying that he had a language barrier. Maybe he didn't understand the signs. Hello, he's out here driving. What do you mean he don't understand the signs? That's stupid. That's and if that's true, If this driver is out here driving and he can't read the signs, that's a problem. That could not have been the problem. Couldn't have been. But there's video. There's video of the truck being out of control. And there's video of the ramp, the emergency ramp. As a driver, I don't know. It looked like a cliff to me. It looked like it was not going to end well for me if I had taken that truck into that onto that emergency ramp. Truck drivers were saying that, you know, the emergency ramp is full of something, some kind of gravel or something that's going to stop that truck. They know. And they also said that, you know, if you use that emergency ramp, that you're going to be fined. Somebody's got to come and pull the truck out. You got to pay for all that. But it's an emergency ramp. And what happened is he passed all of those ramps. He passed more than one ramp, emergency ramp. And at some point, he ran into traffic and people died. People were injured and people died. He was offered a plea and he refused it. The judge charged him the minimum on each count, and there were several counts. So many counts that he ended up getting 110 years. And of course, people were outraged. It was an accident. Yes, there were ways to escape, for him to escape, but it was an accident still. His brakes were out. He was in a truck and his brakes were gone. I've been in a car and the brakes were gone, and I swear I blanked the hell out. I am not good in stressful situations, which is why I give myself a large buffer when I'm out here on this road. I give myself a whole lot of time to react. I'm paying attention because I know that I'm slow in my reaction time, along with the vehicle being slow in its reaction possibilities. So, yeah. If it had not been for the passengers' quick thinking, I don't know what would have happened. The car was still in drive, but the brakes were gone. I could have put the car in neutral. I don't do well. I'm like a deer in the headlights. Deer in the head is not good. It is not good for me to be in a stressful situation. It's not good for me. It's not good for the person. You do not want to get sick, have a heart attack around me. It's not good. It won't be good. It won't be good for neither one of us. I've seen it happen over and over, more than one time. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you what I know about myself. And if you're judging me, it's because you have an expectation on how I ought to behave. stressful situation, I'm gonna need you to stop having that expectation of me, because I'm gonna disappoint you every time. I'm telling you, I'm gonna disappoint you. I know me. I'm a slow processor. I said that. Didn't I say that to y'all? I am a slow processor. It takes a minute. Some people are quick, and some people are slow. Slow churn. Slow churn. Some things work better with a slow churn. Again, stop judging me. Do your job, people. Do your doggone job. If it's your job to do it. And do it to the best of your ability. And damn it, if you don't like the job, stop doing it. Find something else to do. Gee whiz. Do your doggone job. And do it well. Do it to the best of your ability. Do it so damn it good that people be like, damn, that girl is doing that damn job. Do your job. Do it and do it well. And if you don't like it, you don't want to do it, if you don't feel well, stay home, find another job, a new career, do something else. Oh. And if you are of a certain age, somewhere around like my age, and you have a skills that you just don't mind sharing, if you have the time and the equipment, turn the camera on, please. Turn the camera on. If you are a geek, a computer geek, turn the camera on. Share the screen. Pour yourself a drink and talk about it. Please. Nurse advocate, please. 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 Turn the camera on. Talk about some things. Let people ask you questions. Tell them what questions to ask. Tell them what tests to ask for. Explain to them what is happening. What that donut is doing to their bodies. Explain to them dialysis. How they don't want no parts of it. And how we can change. We can change the behavior, and we can change the trajectory of our health. We can take control of our health situations. Chef, I need for you to turn the camera on. Turn the camera on and show me how to prepare the stuff that I am growing in my garden. I'm planting Brussels sprouts. I'm planting spinach, tomatoes. Man, last year I had tomatoes coming out of my eyebrows. need to know. I'm watching Lead Farmer 73, who's showing me how to preserve, how to can what I grow. But I gotta eat too. And remember now, bed and breakfast. Bed and breakfast. Actually, for real, it's more like bed and brunch. Because truth be told, I'm not a breakfast kind of person. I haven't been. Don't get why is this thing so loud? Hey y'all, who is that? Who is that talking to me this morning? Y'all talk to me. Talk to me. I can't see because I'm driving. But anyway. Expectations. Lower your expectations. I know you heard it the other way. Raise your expectations. Yeah. Your own towards yourself. Raise those expectations. Expect yourself to do better. Expect yourself to learn more, to be the best you can be. And be disappointed when you don't live up to your own expectations. And do something about it. So the next time I talk to y'all, remember I weighed myself the other day, 143. I love you, Mr. Rogers. I love you. That's all good. Anyway, I should not be weighing what Mr. Rogers weigh, and I don't like what I see when I look in the mirror. If I'm running, I can feel it. I don't like it. Ooh, there's a possum in the road and a very large vulture who is getting ready to eat. Expectations. Mom had an expectation that I would know what I wanted to do with my life right after the day after graduation. I did not. Didn't have a clue. But she had an expectation, and I disappointed her in that regard. The people expect me to get to work on time. Professional expectation. Yes, you should definitely. There's a difference. There's definitely a difference. Professional expectation. Do your damn job. Get to work on time. Be the best that you can be. Do the job that you are assigned to do. That is their expectation. That we're gonna do what we are assigned to do. No one should expect you to do more than what your job description describes for you. They should not expect that. That should not be an expectation. So start your YouTube channel, please. Pretty please. Start to videotape you and your beautiful dog. I watch Jason Corey and his dog Bruce, his Cane Corso Bruce Wayne. I tune in every day to see the updates on Bruce Wayne and how he's handling at this new addition to the pack. How he's handling Joey Justice. Joey Justice is a new Cane Corso. But yeah, I tune in. I tune in and I watch people grooming dogs. There's one groomer in particular, I don't like her at all. She is mean. She is mean to these dogs. Got the dogs crying, yelping out, and I I don't like her worth a ding dong. I don't like her. And I don't watch her. I don't watch her. I've seen her enough that I recognize her voice and I turn away. I don't hit the dislike button, but I don't watch her. I don't watch her stuff, but I will not subscribe because I don't like it. I don't like her channel. Anyway, and there are going to be people who won't like me, but there'll be people who will like me just because, they like me. I'm a cool kind of person. I hope that I'm sending out the kind of energy that I want to receive. Positive, good energy. Anyway, I am not going to ramble on. I got to work. Look, I got a few minutes. I'm going to sit out here and soak up some of the sun. I am going to think about some things. I think I might even just sit here but I'm going to do that and see. So